Class 9 Biology. Good morning, students. Hope all are fine and enjoying online classroom. Dear student, we have a very important information in this COVID-19 situation when we have less time. Council reduce some of the chapter from your syllabus. So I am going to inform you which chapters are removed from your syllabus. So all of you see the content. In the content, the first chapter is introducing biology is removed from the syllabus. Clear? First chapter introducing biology removed from the chapter. Then come to Unit 4 Diversity in Living Organisms. Chapter 8 also completely removed from the syllabus. And in Chapter 9, that is Economic Importance of Bacteria and Fungi, only few content will be there in the syllabus, like useful role of bacteria and fungus. Clear all of you? Only few content in 9th chapter. It is not completely removed. Then completely Unit 6 that contain 5 chapters. So Unit 6 completely removed. Chapter 1 completely removed, and Chapter 8 once more. Chapter 1, Chapter 8 and Unit 6 completely removed from the syllabus, and only few contents from your 9th chapter Economic Importance of Bacteria and Fungi. So from today we will study according to the syllabus that is given by council. Clear all of you? So today we will start 4th chapter from Unit 2, that is flowering plant. So today's chapter is the flower. Clear all of you? Come to the chapter 4, the flower. A plant contains various parts. The two major parts are the root system and the shoot system. The root system is under the ground and the shoot system above the ground. The shoot system consists of stem, branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. Among these, flowers are the reproductive parts of a plant. Flowers are the reproductive part of a plant. Rest parts are called vegetative parts that include leaves, branches, stem, etc. Clear all of you? So, in the starting, it is written that you have already learned that reproduction is the most important function of any living organism, because reproduction gives us the continuity for the race as well as for the survival of the species. In flowering plant, this function is performed by the flower because flowers are the reproductive parts of a plant. So the most beautiful and conspicuous part of a plant. Now, whatever flowers we are generally watching every day, most of the flowers are said to be a bisexual flower. Bisexual flowers are those flowers having both the sexes, that is male and female. Means a flower contain both parts, that is male part and female part. Such flowers are known as bisexual flower. So flower is a specialized suit in which the leaves are modified into floral structure. First of all, there is stalk which support the flower. So let's see the overall figure of a bisexual flower. So first of all, there is stalk, also known as pedicel, that support the flower. Some flowers may be without stalk or clear. The tip of the stalk may also be enlarged to form a cup-shaped structure known as thalamus or receptacle. Thalamus, also known as receptacle. The floral parts are borne on the thalamus in 4 different halls, means 4 different circles. In the first hall, that is the outermost, collectively called calyx, that consists of green part, individually it is known as sepal. So sepals are the green part that protect the flower when flower is in the bud condition. These sepals are collectively known as calyx. So it is the first hall. If it is thalamus, then the first hall's sepals are arranged. This is the first hall. In the second, bright colored petals are arranged. So these are petals collectively known as corolla. Petals are colorful, having and some having a particular smell only to attract insect for the process of pollination. So in the second hall or second circle, this is the second that contain the petals. In the third hall, long thread-like structures known as stamens. In the third hall, it is stamen that represent the male part. So stamens are the male part that consist of anther and filament. And in the innermost, that is the fourth hall, innermost, it consists of pistils which represent the female part of a flower, as these flowers contain both male and female flower or female parts. It is known as bisexual flower. Bi means two sexes are present in the particular flower. Clear all of you? This flower which contain female part, particularly known as pistil, pistil further consists of three parts, that are stigma, style and ovary. Ovary enclosed ovules. So the female part, pistil or the gynoecium, consists of stigma, style and ovary encloses ovules, when flowers pollinate, then these two parts, ovary and ovule, change into fruit and ovule into seeds. Clear up you? So the seeds are the ripened or developed ovules, and fruits are the ripened or developed ovary. Clear all of you? So this is the overall structure of a bisexual flower: stamen and thorn filament, and the pistil, stigma, style, ovary encloses ovule. Now come to the next topic: complete and incomplete flowers. If a flower contain all the parts that I have discussed, that are calyx, corolla, stamen, pistil. If a flower contain all the parts, such flowers are known as complete flowers. And if a flower lacking any part, either male part or female part, such flowers are known as incomplete flowers. Now, essential and non-essential parts of a flower. So here the stamen and pistils. Here stamen and pistils are the essential part, and petals and sepals are the non-essential part of a flower, because these stamen and pistil pollinate each other to develop into seed and fruit. That's why these two, that is stamen and pistil, are considered as essential or reproductive part, whereas whereas petals and sepals are considered as non-reproductive part. Clear all of you? Non-essential parts are also known as accessory parts, which either protect the flower or attract the insect for the process of pollination. Once more, non-essential parts that include calyx and corolla, so-called sepals and petals, are the accessory parts because they protect the flower as well as attract the insect for the process of pollination. Clear? Now, in some case, sepals and petals are not differentiated. Such parts are either known as tepals and collectively known as parenth. Once more, parenth is undifferentiated sepals and petals. Or if petals and sepals are not differentiated, such parts are known as tepals, and tepals are collectively known as parenth. Clear all of you? Okay, next day we will continue the same session, that is flower, and must go through the information that I have given in the beginning of this session, that is regarding the syllabus. Clear all of you? Okay, have a good day.